Hello crafters and welcome back for another tutorial Thursday with me, Deepa, on the Scrap and Stamp YouTube channel. Here's the card that we're going to be creating today, and it is made in a quick and easy fashion using ephemera. So these are all the products, or the main products we're going to be using. This one here is the real star of the show. It's called Tis The Season, and it is an ephemera pack from AALL Create. We've also got the Season's Cheer dies. Now this set is like a 3-piece die set. We'll go through the pieces in the video, and then I've also got the Stitch Circle Peekaboo plate from the Crafty Canuck. So the first thing we're going to do is create our backdrop. So I went ahead and I cut out that plate using some navy cardstock. I'm going to set that aside for a second. We will add some details on that in a moment. Now keep in mind this is quick and easy cards. So this ephemera pack, you can see it's very versatile. So first of all, you've got a bunch of cute little teddy bears, sweaters, trees, birds. And if you look at the card that we made last week, I will link to that video up in the top right here. If you wanted to check that out, it will also be available at the end of this video. You've got like the little reindeer in this set as well, which is one of the ones that we stamped out in the card from last week. You've got some stockings, a whole bunch of stuff here. You've got like most of these are colored in already, so they're ready to go. And there's also some blank ones in black and white that you could color in yourself. This comes in handy if, say, you have a different color scheme that you have in mind or you want it to match something else. So I am just going to do a little bit of experimenting. Now, I do this with all my cards. I don't always include it in the video, and I'm sure you guys do as well, where you just kind of play around with what you have to see what looks good and works well before you glue anything down or put anything together. Now, I have this gold glitter cardstock, which I'm going to place behind the stitched peekaboo frame here. And it just gives it like a little bit of pizzazz in those peekaboo circles. And then I'm just going to kind of spread out some of these ephemera where I think I want them to go. So I've got like the little tree with a snowflake tucked behind that. I've got the little teddy bear with the mistletoe behind him, stocking, and those cute little birds are super duper cute. So they're pink and yellow there. There's also some blue ones, so there's a bit of variation in color. There's also like a blue hat one with like brown on it. It's really cool. And I love that the AALL Create creates these sets where I think this is the first ephemera set where I've seen it, where you can actually color in the die cuts. Whereas in most sets they don't have that. It's kind of like you're kind of tied to whatever color scheme they have going on. So I really love that concept here. I'm not going to use those ones for my card because this is a quick and easy card. So this is just to show you that, if you're short on time, you can always make those Christmas cards quickly. I know we're still in July right now, but this is going to go for Christmas time. Maybe you come to November, December, and you're like, oh no, I need a quick card. Ephemera is always the way to go, and having a nice backdrop die like we have here works perfectly for creating just a nice design where you don't have to think about too much about the composition, and you just kind of place things in. Now I am adding a bit of detail here. I've got a white jelly roll pen, and I am just adding some more detail. Now the die does cut out an embossed stitch around the circles already. I just wanted to highlight them a little more, and since the panel is pretty dark, it's harder to see it on the navy, so I thought the white would really make it stand out a little bit. I did want to continue the stitch on the side, but then as I was doing this, I thought that's a lot of dashed lines, especially around the circle, so let's make it a solid line around the frame. So I went back and I kind of solidified the line along the edge there, and I'm just using a plain old ruler and my white pen to do this. You can use any white gel pen. It really doesn't matter. Even an acrylic marker, if you have a thin lined one, that one would work perfectly as well. You could use different colors too. Maybe go with gold. Maybe use, if you have like a thinner washi tape, that would work as well. So just look at your stash and see what you have and make it work for you. So I've gone ahead and put that panel aside. Now here are the dies that come in this Season's Cheer set. There is this smaller little die in there. I put that back in. It cuts out the little circles to put on that leaf frond that creates the mistletoe. I won't be using those, and you can see that this mistletoe, it is actually it coordinates with the mistletoe that's in the ephemera set, which is really super duper cool. So that all of these products kind of coordinate and work together. I am only going to use the sentiment from the set. There's also a star die in this, but we're not going to use that today. I'm just grabbing some plain old white cardstock and I'm going to go ahead and cut that out using my die cutting machine off camera. I do a lot of my die cutting off camera because I have a larger machine and it's kind of hard to move it back and forth to get it on camera. But, if I'm doing something that requires the look of, the technique with the die cutting machine, I will show you. So don't worry about that. If you have any questions, do just comment down below and let me know what you think about this design. If you have any questions about the die cutting, the ephemera, the products, definitely don't hesitate to comment down below. I will include a list of products in the description so you can check all these items out in the Scrap and Stamp store. And yeah, we'll start moving on with assembling here. So I separated my sentiment there. It kind of comes out in three pieces. We got the Merry and the Christmas comes out in like CHRI, and then the rest of the sentiment. I did forget the little dot for the I. I thought I was going to add it with a gem, but I did forget it. I'll go back and add it later on, but I think on this card I don't have it on there. So that's just something I kind of realized post recording and everything. So don't forget the dot for your eye. I tend to do that. You have the white Jelly Roll pen. You could also color that on as well if your design permits. So I'm going to go ahead and add some foam adhesive to the back of this peekaboo plate. And it's just one layer. You don't need too much. I just wanted to give it a little bit of dimension so that I could kind of tuck some of these ephemera in the back. You'll notice that I picked one of the smaller not glass, but snow globes. And it's going to go in one of the smaller circles here. So I wanted to kind of have some space behind that die cut so that I could tuck it in. So I'm going to go ahead and attach the tree. You'll notice I picked a different tree from the one I originally picked. I thought that this one kind of matched a little more with the teddy bear. It has that kind of bouquet effect on it where it's got like all of those white little dots, which is really fun. So I thought that it would just match a little better. I've gone ahead and attached that tree with some foam adhesive. So I would say the three main ingredients for this card are one, the backdrop die. So you get that nice backdrop with the composition. You don't have to think too much how things come together. Two, you've got your ephemera in whatever color, type, and form you want. This also works not just for Christmas. Maybe you got Valentine's cards you got to make, birthday cards, Mother's Day, anything like that. It works as long as your ephemera matches your theme, right? And then you've got a sentiment die or a sentiment in general that can go on your card. And finally, you want some foam adhesive to add a little bit of dimension and make putting this card together just a little easier. You can see I'm using a mix of liquid glue and ephemera. I kind of just added some glue in that little circle and kind of tucked in the snow globe from the larger circle opening. And it was very simple to do. And because I'm using liquid glue, it also gives me the ability to sort of move that ephemera around a bit so that it fits in the circle in the right way. Then I've gone ahead and done the same thing with the mistletoe. I added that with a bit of glue and then attached that cute little teddy bear with some foam adhesive. I am adding the stocking. I put a bit of foam on the bottom. And now I'm going to add the snowflake with just plain old glue sticking out of the side. And again, if you actually noticed when I was putting together like my idea of how this was going to come together, the snowflake behind the tree was pink. So I decided to change that out for a lighter, like greeny blue colored snowflake just to again have like some differentiation in color. I also switched out the second little birdie for that little brown one with a blue hat because I found one facing the other way. So that's another point to mention. You have the little birdies, they're not all facing the left or the right, like they're facing either way. So you can kind of have them facing each other and have a cute little scene if you want. I've also got the other snowflake, which I'm putting behind the teddy bear. So that brings in the pink snowflake, but it's a smaller one than we had before. And then for the sentiment, I'm just going ahead, adding some glue here. And I'm just attaching it. So you can see that CRI, I'm probably going to grab my Jelly Roll white pen and I'm just gonna make the dot for the eye there later on because I did forget that here, but that's just how simple it is. You could, if you want, use a small little gem for the dot of the eye. If, say, it happened to fall into the part where the gold is shining through the peekaboo circle. So there's always a way to fix that and make that work. I always hate dealing with the little dots from the eyes from my die cuts. So those are my tricks. Either draw it on or put a little gem there for the dot of the eye because I can never keep track of them. I don't know about you. Let me know in the comments if that's you too. Then I'm just gonna spruce this up with a little bit of shine at the end here. I've got some iridescent droplets here, and I'm just gonna scatter them around the background to kind of pull in that look of snow from the snowflakes, just kind of scattered around there. And this pretty much is going to finish up my card for today. So it's really, really simple, super easy to do. You don't need too many supplies because you've got that ephemera there for you. And it's just, I'm pretty sure that I could like bang out a whole bunch of these cards in a day, probably good like 20 to 30 of them, depending on how much of the ephemera and the products I have. So that is going to wrap up our card video today. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you can join us again next time for Tutorial Thursday. Have a great day, guys. Bye.